share what the Lord has been doing in my life. It can be a bit difficult for you to be able to pick what I'm saying because of the accent, but hopefully you'll be able to get what I'm trying to say. So my testimony goes like this. So it started when I went to A group. So I'm with Pastor Fiona's A group, and then there is this section when she encouraged us she gave us some paper to write down things that we believe in God for. So we did that. I actually had a list, and after some months, then she gave those to us. She encouraged us to pray for them, to pray for those prayer points that we had. And then when she gave that to us after a couple of months, I actually realized that God has been doing an amazing job in my life. And I thought it would be so awesome for me to share just a few things, not everything, but some. So I'll just share 2 of my testimonies tonight. The first one, so I came here last year, and me and my husband, we wanted to apply for residence, but then there were so many circumstances that were limiting us for it to get approved the time we applied it. So we thought, okay, should we really wait, or we can maybe give it a try? But giving it a try, if it was to be declined, it means we're going to lose that money for nothing. Yeah. But then we thought, okay, let's do this. So we thought of inquiring with immigration to see if we can be eligible to get that approved before we risk our money. So we inquired with immigration, and they told us that there was a very high chance that we're not going to get the residence. So, after getting such discouraging feedback, you would want to maybe stop and wait up until the time is right. But then we were like, okay, God, we feel like we want to do it now, and we're just going to trust you with this, regardless of the system, regardless of what we've just been told with the immigration. We're just going to put our faith and trust in you. And we risked it. We then went ahead and applied. And surprisingly, they never asked us for maybe any further information. And within a month, our residence was approved, which was quite surprising. So yeah, that's what made it like a testimony to me. So okay, regardless of the circumstances that was surrounding us, we kept having more faith in God. So okay, we're not going to be limited with what we think or how we see things, and we're not going to be limited with how the system is saying that things will go like. Yeah. We're just going to put our faith in you and believe that it's going to be done.
Sounds good.
That was approved, and just want to thank God for that. Then the other thing, I want to share about my brothers. So my parents, they passed away, and I do have 2 little brothers that I was staying with before I moved here. So they were actually going to high school when I left coming here last year. And leaving them at that teenage age and just by themselves, I was thinking I might not be making the right decision. I think they're too young for me to leave them on their own. Yeah. So I was like, okay, because my fear was to say, okay, maybe they were doing better, they were behaving better because I was there, just playing the deputy parent role. So I thought, okay, if I'm to leave them, would they still be okay without me? But then I thought, okay, I think I'm just going to surrender them to you, Lord, because even if I'm here, if they still want to misbehave, they will still do it anyway. So I made that bold step, and then I came here leaving them on their own. So they were supposed to write their final exams last year, and I came in like when the year started, and then they were supposed to write their final exams in high school like end of last year. And I was kind of worried whether they're gonna pass or not, because I thought, okay, maybe if I was there, I was going to push them to keep reading, to keep studying, and they were going to give it their all. But then I thought, okay, I'm just gonna trust you, God, with this, and I'll just surrender them to you, their behavior, everything. I'll just leave it to you. Right. So it happened that when they wrote their final exams, they all passed, which I wasn't even expecting. And when I was still leaving them, it was like even when going to church, I was kind of like pushing them. It's not something that they wanted to do voluntarily. It's like I'm just pushing them, forcing them to do something that they're not really up to. But I thought, okay, if I keep on pushing you, maybe you will realize that it's a really good thing to do, and maybe someday you just push yourself and just do it. So surprisingly, even when I left, they kept on going to church, and they seemed to be enjoying it more when they were doing when I was around, which I really thank God for. And so they passed their final exams, and it was one of the things that I put on my list that was promised, that was hoping God to do for me and my family. So they passed, and good news is that they just got, both of them, they got fully funded scholarships to go to university, which is really big for me. And yeah, so it's what I just want to thank God for, and I thought of sharing this verse, think that it might encourage one or two people in this house. So it's coming from Proverbs 3, from verse 5 to 6. It reads, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding, and all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your path." So I just thought that there might be some people who do have situations that they want to come out from, but they still think, okay, because of how I'm seeing things right now, I don't think I'm going to come out of this, or I don't think this person is going to change. Probably you are a parent and you're expecting maybe your child, for example, to behave in a certain way that pleases you. But what I've just realized that if you surrender everything to God, everything just falls into place. Even the things that you have not been praying for, you just see things moving in a good way if you just put your trust in the Lord. And that's all I had to say. Thank you.
Awesome. Come on,